Okay, so this year, last year was our biggest ever. This year's are bigger than ever because we have 26 projects going on throughout the city, benefiting 19 agencies. So that's going to be our biggest event to date. 700 volunteers is what we're anticipating. Every year we will have volunteers who sign up and don't show up. So that's why we asked you to kind of put a little padding in your number so that you can still complete your project if you have some that don't show up. This was Community Lifeline up there in the corner. This was the Embrace Texas Weighted Blanket Project. That was Habitat, and this was the Herd Craig. Okay, go ahead and click. So, as you already know, the requirements are that the project must be within the city limits of McKinney, and that's why we've helped you find some locations. A minimum of 10 volunteers per site, I'll say, instead of project. Collin County History Museum had a lot of little projects, so we put them together to get to that minimum of 10. There is $200 supply reimbursement available to you. You must provide me a receipt for the items that you bought, and they must be directly related to your project. So, that being said, I need to know ahead of time that you're going to seek that money. We fundraise for that. We go out in the community and ask the community to help us and support that. So if you haven't already checked that box when you signed up for your project that you wanted the money, then let me know. And then we would like those receipts back to us as quickly as possible. Some people buy them ahead of the projects. And you can give them to me ahead of time, then you got your money by the time the project comes. And then you need to let me know who to make the check out to. For some of you that are small nonprofits, I make it out to you because you're the one that bought it, so just let me know that. You must have current, up-to-date listings on Volunteer McKinney. Ann and I sometimes feel like we're herding cats, trying to get our 174 agencies to keep their listings updated and fresh and looking good. And so, before we approved your project, we went onto your site on Volunteer McKinney and looked to make sure everything looked good. So, because you're here, you got gold star. You need to have at least 2 staff people or 2 volunteers that are connected to your agency at the project. We like family-friendly projects. Many of you have done family-friendly projects, and we appreciate that. And of course, multiple projects at one site is okay, because we really want to have a sense that there's a lot of busyness happening. Okay, Anna?
May I ask a quick question?
Sure.
What if we don't get a minimum of 10 volunteers signed up before the event?
You will.
Okay.
Yeah. Our problem is not enough volunteers. Our problem is too many volunteers.
Okay.
So we will have people who will contact Ann and I the week before, crying and complaining about how they didn't get to sign up for the project that they wanted because it's already full. But we do ask you to kind of put a little padding in there and know that you can still complete your projects. So if that happens, that we don't have people signed up, then Ann and I will put our nose to the grindstone and get out and recruit folks for you. But we usually don't have trouble.
Yeah, then what happens if a person outside McKinney, they want to volunteer that day here?
Anybody from anywhere, yes. Last year we had a family whose in-laws were here from the UK. And they signed up the whole family, and they all came, and they thought it was just fabulous that we did this. They thought it was a very American thing to do. So we gave them a really good impression. But yeah, anybody. Mm-hmm.
So online, when I was filling out the projects, it mentioned snacks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when I talked to the director, because I was not at the last year's project, she said that you guys provided snacks.
Yes.
So then my question is, $200, do we have to use the whole $200 being reimbursed? And do I have to purchase snacks with that money?
No. So the snacks are coming to you directly from Costco. That's a new partnership with the new Costco that we've opened up. And so Costco's employees will actually bring those to your project that day.
Okay.
And they're gonna have their Costco shirts, they're gonna do their little Costco thing, which is fine. But they're gonna provide the snacks for you. So the money is just for supplies that you need for your project. Brooms, shovels, paint, drop cloths, gloves, anything like that. It can be something that you can keep and reuse, that's fine, but it needs to be related to the project. So don't turn in a receipt for taking your staff out to get pizza. That won't cover it. Yeah.
Are we going to get snacks and drinks, or will we
Yes.
provide?
No, we will provide you with water, bottles of water, and we'll go through that in a minute. I'll tell you the details of what we're gonna provide. Okay, next slide. I've already covered this. So you're gonna each get a support box. Some of you are gonna get multiple support boxes because you've got big projects. But here's what's gonna be in them. A t-shirt for every volunteer, because when they sign up, they give us their t-shirt size. And Ann and I just love folding 700 t-shirts. So fun. So you will have a t-shirt for each of your volunteers in there. In addition, you hopefully provided us with 3 sizes of t-shirts. Those will be in there for your staff or whoever's going to be with you that day. There'll be water in bottles, and if it's an outdoor project, we'll probably have 2, 3, 4 bottles per person. If it's an indoor, we might do just 2. You'll have sign-in sheets that we have printed from our website. You can also access those electronically, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. By signing up for your project online, they have agreed to the waiver. So we actually have an electronic agreement, but we have so many people that bring a team. And so the team leader would have agreed, but those individual team members would not have agreed. So that's why we'll provide you with waivers. And when we check people in, we'll say, if you didn't sign yourself up for this project, we'd like you to sign a waiver. And it's the standard waiver that we've used all these years, basically saying, be careful, be safe, don't sue us. That's kind of what it says. We'll provide you with pens. There'll be some notepads in there for you to take notes if you need to. And then we'll have a script for the Volunteer McKinney person who will be at your site. So Volunteer McKinney provides a board member or one of our trusted friends to come and be a host or hostess at your site. So they will help tremendously with the t-shirts and with the checking people in and all that stuff. Now, if you have a tiny little project, you may not get a person. It's just going to depend on how many people we have and all that. So if there's no Volunteer McKinney person, then we would like you to read the script, which is basically, thank you for coming, we appreciate it, a little bit about Volunteer McKinney, and a whole lot about our sponsors. And that's really what it is. There'll also be in there information about our after-party hosts, and you have a flyer here, and we'll provide these to you. The way that works is every t-shirt will have the logos of these 6 agencies on the back. It'll say after-party hosts, and they'll have their logos. These restaurants will provide that day anyone coming wearing a Volunteer McKinney Make a Difference Day t-shirt half off their meal. So many people, like me, will go have lunch at one place and then go have dinner at another place. And it's a really cheap, fun way. We encourage you as staff people to do that. It's a great way for you to meet volunteers. And there's just something energizing about walking into a restaurant and literally everybody's got the t-shirt on that you have on. It's just really fun. And so we'll have some of those available too. So we'll have all those assembled and ready here in this room. And then you will need to come and pick up your box either anytime Wednesday or anytime Thursday. And if you'll just pull up right there and park, come in, tell us you're here, we will help you load it. We'll have a cart and everything, and we'll help you load it. If you have a problem, an issue, you need extra assistance, just call us or email us and we'll make it happen, okay? For those of you, like there's, McKinney Roots has a project at Holy Family has projects. You know, maybe y'all could get together and make a plan to just pick it all up at once and store it at Holy Family or something like that. Okay, next slide. So the day of, we want you to get to your site no later than 1 hour before to start getting everything set up and ready. You'll have volunteers who are very eager and they might come during that hour prior, so you want to be sure that there's somebody there to welcome them. So the first thing you want to do is arrange your check-in area. Provide a place where people can check in, can sign in, and get their t-shirt and so forth. Many sites will arrange their t-shirt by size. And here's the thing. We will sometimes have people who didn't sign up on the website. You're looking at the list and they say, I'm Joe Blow. Well, I don't have a Joe Blow here. Oh, well, I didn't know I had to sign up. I just thought I would come. And so those people, you say, we're glad to have you, but if you don't mind, these t-shirts are reserved for those who registered. Joe Blow may not get a t-shirt, okay? We really want them to pre-register. We want them to sign up. We want to capture their information. So, but you will have a few extras. There's always a scramble for t-shirt sizes. And the bigger the size, the fewer we have. So that's how you're going to handle that particular situation. You want to set up your project supplies. If it's an outdoor project, just have an area that they know that this is where they're going to get the stuff that they need. I know at Craig Myrtle Trails, they set up a table with supplies on it, and that was just sort of where everybody would congregate and meet. We want you to greet volunteers, you or somebody assigned to greet the volunteers. Get them signed in, offer them a chance to sign the waiver if they're not electronically signed up, and then give them their t-shirt. Some people will put it on right then. We encourage them to do that, but some people won't, and that's up to them. It makes for great pictures, though, if everybody has the t-shirt on. And then once everybody's assembled and you're ready to get started, then you do the welcome message from Volunteer McKinney, read the script if nobody's there to do it, introduce the project leader or staff that you have on hand, and then introduce your agency. This is your chance for those people who don't know anything about you. There's a potential funder, there's a potential rock star volunteer standing there in front of you, and you want to really sell your agency to them at that point.
So last year when we did this, we had people show up the hour before, and they were trickling in at 7, and then 7:15, and then 7:30, and 7:45. And by 8 o'clock, when everything was started, when we would normally have done the agency message, everybody had already been working for almost an hour. And we decided we weren't going to ask them to stop and pull them all back in to do a message. So is it easier on our website to say, please don't come until 8 o'clock?
Well, we have start times, and I think all the start times are 9 a.m. So I would just say, welcome, you're early. We're going to start at 9. If it's 8, you've got time to go in the square and get you a cup of coffee. We're going to start at 9. Just kind of, we're collectively kind of trying to train the general public to be respectful of our time and the times that we've set forth. So that's how I would handle it. Now, if you make a decision based on what's going on at your project that you want to flip this around or do it differently, there's nobody coming to take you to jail. It's just, but we find that this particular flow works well. And then you could also do it at the end. If you know, when everybody has to bring their stuff back and you kind of have a final hurrah, you could do it at the end. So you want to explain your project, not just what it is, but why it is. And that again connects them more to your agency and what you do. So because you're licking these envelopes today, I'm saving $500 in the cost to have it done professionally, or whatever. So connect that project back to your agency or to your clients so that they can then sort of imprint with you, because they're right there, they're ready. They've already proven that they're interested in your agency because they signed up for your project over all the others. So as projects finish, encourage the volunteers to clean up, especially if you have kids. We want to encourage them to be respectful and to clean up their messes and not leave it for everybody else to do. Thank each volunteer as they leave and encourage them to attend an after party. Most of them will have it on their phone because it's on our website, but you can give them a flyer if they need help locating one of those. And you must stay until every volunteer is off your property. Okay? We might have a 14-year-old whose ride hasn't come or whatever. Stay right there until you have been assured that all of your volunteers have left. And then when you're done, send me a text or Anna to let us know that your project is done. Now, if you have a volunteer McKinney person there on site, you don't have to do that because they're going to do it. They're going to let us know that your project is finished and everybody has left. And then if you don't have a VM person, then your sign-up sheet will need to be scanned or dropped off here so that we can record who actually showed up for the project and who didn't. Yeah.
Do you want the original or the scan version?
Scan's fine. Yeah, we just need the data. We don't really care about the actual physical paper. Now the waivers, we would like to have those hard copies back. But you can put them in an envelope, and then the next time you see me, you can hand them to me. Or if you want to keep them at your place in a folder, that's fine, but we just need to keep them in case somebody comes back later and says, oh, I hurt my foot at Make a Difference Day, and, I want your money.
So, I'm sorry.
Uh-huh.
Is there a way to confirm if they already signed that waiver on the internet? Because maybe there is a person who's going to say, I already signed.
Yes. So if you will see that their waiver was signed and by who. So if I sign up a team of 5, my user ID, under that column that says waiver signed, is going to have my ID number. So if you see a group of 10 people and they all have the same user ID, that means that project leader signed and the team did not sign. And we'll try to make it a little more clear when we do those final sign-ups. I'll probably delete those that have not physically signed, so it'll be easier for y'all.
Okay.
So if it's blank, you'll know that you need to get a waiver from them.
And we as a staff, do we need to sign up as volunteers as well in order to
No.
follow the teachers? Or-
No, we're gonna trust that you're not gonna sue us, but you agreed to the agency waiver when you signed up online. And I have a copy of that if you'd like a hard copy. Actually, I put it right here.
It's here, it is right.
So there's the hard copy of the agency waiver. Uh-huh.
So will we go the morning of the project before we head out and just print our page out?
We'll have printed one up to the time that you come and pick up.
Okay.
So if your project's full by then, you're good. But if it's not full by the time you pick up your packet, then you may need to print it again that morning or whatever. So,
So I have a question.
Uh-huh.
When somebody signs up as a team, do they individually, like if they've got 5 people on their team, list the 5 people with their t-shirt sizes so that all 6, them 5 plus them?
They're
all
supposed
6 of them
to.
get volunteer shirt?
They're
the
supposed
shirt?
to.
Okay.
but often they
For some
don't.
reason they
And so
don't,
we
then
start
we're gonna have a shirt for the one person that
Well, we
signed up
start
for the
counting
team.
them,
Oh, okay.
and we say, we need your t-shirt
Okay.
sizes, and if they don't, then we send them random sizes.
Okay, all right.
There'll be enough t-shirts for everybody to have one, but they may not be able to wear it.
Got it.
They may not fit them. Uh-huh,
We have kind of this unusual situation being at the apartment.
uh-huh.
Okay, we have 3 volunteers that are the residents of the apartment that are going to be there because you have to have this certain code to get in.
Right.
They volunteered to be the door greeters
Mhm.
starting at 8:30 in the
Mhm.
morning. And they wanted t-shirts and I sent you sizes.
Yes.
But I mean, do I get waivers from them? Do I treat them like
Yes,
the other volunteers?
yes, because they're not physically connected to your agency.
Correct.
So then I would just have them sign a waiver that morning when
Okay.
they come.
Okay.
That'll be fine. Okay. If weather is threatening and your project is outdoors, make a decision 1 hour before the project start time and let me know so that I can send a mass email out if it's gonna cancel, if you're gonna move it, whatever. But then you still need to go to your site because people won't get the message, I didn't check my email. So physically go to your site to tell people that the project's been canceled, okay? If it's indoor, no big deal. If you have an indoor and outdoor project, then you just say, come on in and help inside. We don't worry about a little rain. A little rain doesn't bother us, but if it's threatening, any kind of weather event, then we want to consider that.
What is painting though?
Well, painting outside, you just can't do it
Yeah.
in moisture. Yeah. So your project, if it's really, really moist that day, you would have to cancel it. But we would hope to reschedule, but then it would be on you.
Yeah.
I'd say, here's your list of volunteers, have fun.
Okay.
Because we do Make a Difference Day on this day, and that's it. So,
I have a question. Since you set up the site for my organization, do I need to set up a meeting?
So we
on
will,
the site?
I'm going to send a group email to you two and to Jennifer Estes, who is my contact at Baylor McKinney,
Okay.
and then you guys can decide.
Perfect.
Because I'm not sure if y'all are going to be in separate rooms or one room or how,
Okay.
and then I'll just turn that over to y'all, and then they can run with it. Baylor Hospital has been a supporter of Make a Difference Day since I got here 6 years ago, so they're very familiar. And their COO is on our board, and so I'm sure she'll be very involved too. So, and they have always had really great volunteers that come from the hospital to do the projects. So does anybody have any questions? Yeah.
We sent a text to you at what number?
469-855-1524. That's me. And just, if I don't already have your name, then put the name of your organization and put done or out of here or whatever. That'll be fine. So when you log in to volunteermckinney.org and you go to my agency, the way you do, then once you're on your agency page, there are some gray tabs in the center of the screen. One of those tabs is Advanced Events. You click that Advanced Event tab, then you'll click Make a Difference Day, and you'll be able to see your panel for Make a Difference Day, people that are signing up for you. So you'll be able to see them, you'll see their contact information. You would have the ability to send them an email, a group email. It'll say email respondents, and you click it, and then you can just write the email, and it'll get sent through the system. I would encourage you to, once it's full, then send an email to all of them. Again, imprinting them to your agency, giving them information or a link to your agency. We will automatically send a reminder the day before the project. It goes automatically. Hey, you've signed up for Make a Difference Day, don't forget, here's all the details. So they will get that reminder 24 hours ahead of time. It's automatic. But any team leaders that you see, a team has signed up, and maybe they grabbed 10 spots and all you have is the team leader's name and their t-shirt size, then you could email them and say, hey, it would really help if you could give us your t-shirt sizes, the names of your volunteers, and just make that kind of personal connection with them. We found that that's very helpful. If they know you're watching, they're more likely to come and not leave you stranded. So I've been here 6 years. 1 year we had a situation where volunteers signed up for a tiny project and they did not show up. So we did some scrambling and moving around and we were able to complete the project, but keep that in mind that the more that you connect with those people who are signing up for your agency, the more likely they are to come and show up.
So do you think the project managers should also, in addition to y'all, we should also email each of our volunteers?
I think it's a good idea because again, it's a connection.
Yeah.
They have actually signed up for your project, so you know that they're interested in hearing from you. And I think it's a wonderful opportunity for you to connect with them, so. Yeah,
Dana, I just went to the website in my project and it says closed. So I'm just wondering where the people should sign up.
that means it's full.
That means it's full.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. We can check while you're getting your food, I'll go check. But these projects fill very quickly.
Wow.
And especially because you were only asking for 10, right?
15.
15. So my guess is that some group probably grabbed that.
Okay.
But I'll be able to look on the back end and tell you. But if it says closed, that means it's full. So don't think, oh no, people
Okay.
can't sign up. It means it's full,
Okay.
which is good.
Yes, I didn't know.
Yeah. It must have filled today because as of last night, it was still
Yes.
open. But a lot of people got to work this morning and got that email that I sent on Sunday. So,
it just opened.
yeah. I opened it Sunday morning at 7:30. And several projects were immediately full. So, anyway, we do have a team of about 10 volunteer photographers. Tom K Photography heads that up. And so they will have a map and they'll be assigned to come to your project and shoot pictures.
I'm concerned because I looked and not one person was signed up for any of our projects.
Oh, it's fine.
Okay,
I wouldn't be concerned at all.
okay.
But a lot of projects will fill. I mean, we're still over a month out. And we haven't done our big Facebook post yet. We haven't done our media releases going out today. So don't worry at all about it. It will fill.
Okay.
Yeah.